What's going on, people? This is Rob Lightbourne, accountability day number 8. Staying at it. Actually just got finished with my workout and feeling good, feeling great. Gonna get the protein on in a second and do all of that. Always very important to stay up on the nutrition game and everything. Speaking of which, I do want to talk about something as far as I never diet. I've never dieted in my life. I don't believe in subtracting as opposed to addition. So what I do in any situation is if I need to change something, what I plan on doing is simply adding to what I already do. Because by default, when you add, then literally it makes less time for whatever it is that somebody might have told you or you might feel that you need to subtract in your life. So I don't like loss, I don't like takeaway, and it also just sounds and feels restrictive to me. And I've never been that type of individual to really, take to that way of living. I prefer, if I like to eat a certain thing, I plan on eating it. However, if I'm trying to make a change, which involves me, doing anything different nutritionally, then what I'm gonna do is add in whatever it is that I need to get more of. Just by doing that, if I'm eating more of one thing, then naturally my craving for something else is going to lessen as time goes on, unless I feel like being gluttonous that day and I'm just gonna eat everything in sight. And I've also noticed that when you get into a serious mode as far as working out, where you're consistently at it and everything, for me, my body starts to crave different things. Like whenever I'm on it, I drink less juice, and water becomes extremely important to my body daily. Like drinking a gallon of water is not a difficult task. When I'm on it, when I'm running, when I'm exercising and doing everything that I've been doing. And so to make change, sometimes you just gotta add more of the right stuff, because you only got 24 hours in a day. So there's only so much that you can do already in the first place. If you increase one thing by default, it's gonna take away from the time to do anything else. And this is something that I found to be very beneficial if you apply it just to life's principles. Like when it comes to, if you're talking about money, if you're talking about anything, whatever your struggles are, if you simply increase more of the right thing, by default, you're doing less of the wrong thing, and so that's how I've always looked at it. I don't really relate fully to people who say, well, in order to do this, you have to stop this. And I don't think anything's wrong with that. I think it's wrong for me. I think it's an excellent form of discipline. And all I'm talking about is a different way of executing the same discipline. Because if the case is that you need to cut back on something, that already, think about it this way, when you cut back on something and you don't have a plan for what you're gonna fill that space with, now you have a glaring space, whether it's in time, whether it's what you eat, whether it's something that you normally do. Like even if I don't smoke cigarettes, can't stand them actually, I hate them with a passion, but I know several people have struggles with smoking. Well, if you quit smoking cigarettes, evidently that time that you would be smoking a cigarette, you gotta fill with something. If you quit drinking, that time that you would have been doing that, you gotta fill it with something, even if it's something like just sitting there thinking about the fact that you're no longer smoking a cigarette. So the best thing to really do, as far as I'm concerned, is before you even decide to quit anything, is just add something, and not put that pressure on yourself to have to quit or let go of something, because that, for me, seems to be way more difficult. So yeah, that's what I do. That's the word for the day. Look, it's the last day of the year today. Happy New Year to everybody. Let's get it in 2019. God bless. I will see you tomorrow, God willing. Peace.